Okay, so you're going to hold 2 rings in one hand and the other ring in the other hand. And you want to sit down somewhere. So if you need to move your cameras so I can see, that's okay. But basically, you just need to see me. And if you need any corrections, then I need to see you. But apart from that, it's all good. Okay, so 2 in one hand and 1 in the other. So hopefully you all know what opposite means. So I'm going to wave my hand. This is the same side, and this is opposite. Can you see that? So that your parents can help you to coordinate which is the same side and which is opposite, okay? So, Shanta, you might find this a bit easier because you're a little bit older, okay? But the other ones, it's just even learning what your opposite side is, it takes quite a bit of brain muscle. So, okay, anyway, we're going to start with a hand that's holding 2 of your rings. And you're going to go across to the opposite side and you're going to put 1 of the rings on your knee. So Idris, sit down then, we're going to start. Okay. In fact, would it? Okay, it works if you're sitting on the floor. This one does as well. Okay, so if you want to sit on the floor, that's fine. But either way, you're going to go to the opposite side and you're going to put 1 ring on your knee. The other 2 are in my hands. Yeah? And then this one's going to come to the opposite side and I'm going to put it on my other knee. Okay? Now then, you're going to take it away. So you're going to take it away on the same side. So see this hand I'm waving? I'm going to pick the one up on the same side, up, and I'm going to put the one down on the opposite side. And then I'm going to go to the other side. So I pick up on the same side, and I go put down on the opposite. Okay? So pick up, put down. Keep going, and then pick it up and down. Okay, so I will start, that's it, you've got it. So if you can speed up, you can do that. So I'm going to pick up on the same side and put down on the opposite. Pick up, put it down. Pick up, put down. Yeah, is everyone starting to get it? So lifting up on the same side and put it down. So we could do, we could either pick it up 1, 2, 1, 2, or we could do it in one move and go 1, 2. Okay, mine dropped. So there's a slight difference. You've still got the same pattern happening, but we move. So both rings are moving at the same time, up and across, or we're moving one up and then the other one down. Okay, so we're going to start, we're doing the same pattern, but we're going to start changing it a little bit. So this time, when I take it off, I'm going to take it out to the side, and I'm going to take it all the way around and on. So I'm just making a bigger shape. Now, you might actually be wondering, why are we doing this? This is the same pattern as juggling. Okay, it's the same pattern as a juggling ball. Okay, so we're doing the same one as this, but we're doing a bigger pattern, taking it out to the side. So take off on the same side, put it down on the other one. Okay, how's everyone doing? Luna's watching, Ivan's watching, still watching, that's good. Idris, that's it, you got it. Yeah, okay, so because when you get it, you can start speeding it up. Once you've got the pattern. Okay. So we might then, with this one, so we've got 1 on each knee, with this one, we could maybe put it in front of our face. And then, oh, hang on. Oh, in the chat. Ah, okay. So because of the connection, do I need to go a bit slower? It's like a bit of a delay in the connection. No, it's okay, I'll carry on. Okay, so same pattern. So I've got across my body, across to the other side. But this time I've got one in front of my face. So as I lift this one off the same side, I'm going to lift it off and then I'm going to make, look, 3 in a row. And then I'm going to put it on and in front of my face. So I'm going to lift one off on the same side, bring it up, 3 in a row. Does anyone play noughts and crosses? So we're just doing different patterns with the rings. Yeah, so as I'm pulling this one off, this is going to the middle. I've got 3 in a row. I'm coming down. So we just create, when you manipulate an object, which is what we do, manipulation, you're just moving the objects around your body to create an effect, yeah? So we're creating different shapes. That's it, so got two on my knees, 1 on my face, and I'm gonna lift up. I'm gonna do 3 in a row, like the game noughts and crosses, and then pop it on my knee. Yeah, good, Idris. 3 in a row. And put it on. Okay, let's have a look. What else have I got? Okay, so now we're going to do the same pattern, but we're going to do it. Do you want a bit more time on that? I see you just got it together there, Ivan. So you have 1 to 2 on your knee. I'll just do it one more time. So Ivan's ready to go. Okay, so take this hand off. You wave at me with one of your hands and then take that hand and take that one. Lift it off and do 3 in a row. Yeah, and then bring the middle one down to your knee. Put the middle one on your knee and then put that in front of your face. Beep-bo. And then this hand, wave with this hand. And that's going to take it off. Lift it up, 3 in a row. You should all play noughts and crosses, it's fun. Put that one, the middle one on your knee and that in front of your face. So the middle one went on my knee and that in front of my face. Yay. Okay, so remember, wave, take it off. 3 in a row. Change. Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to go to our feet. So we're doing the same pattern. I'm going to flex my feet. I want you to be able to see my feet. Okay. So this is maybe, if you've only got 3 rings each, this is maybe when you can take it in turns, because this can work your abs. Maybe not when your feet are on the floor, but when we lift our legs up, it's going to work our abs, okay? So remember, we start with 2 in one hand and 1 in the other. And we're going across the body, and I'm going to put it on my flexed foot. Flex is when you pull your toes up to the ceiling. So you've got a point and a flex. So we want to flex our feet. Can you see point, flex, point, flex? So you're going to flex, you're going to pull your toes up to the ceiling, and then that gives it a little hook for the ring to go on. Okay, and I've got this one. So I'm reaching on the same side, and then I'm going to reach across to the opposite. And then I pick up same side and reach on the other side. Okay, I'll let you work that out, because I know you can, and I'm going to go a bit faster so you can kind of see the pattern. And then, yeah, maybe if I try and do it sitting down, because some of you are on the floor. I think you could probably do it lying down as well, Ivan. Lying down, you have to bring your legs up and then pop it onto your foot like that. Okay? So, some people are lying down. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the sofa and, oh no, I'll stay here actually. So this time, this is where it's going to really work your abs, is if you lift your legs up off the floor. Okay, and then you're using your abs, the muscles inside your belly. They're called abdominals, and we call them abs for short, okay? So if you want to get your stomach muscles strong, because next week we're going to be doing some handstands. So we're going to do some exercises to get our stomach muscles really strong. So you're going to lift up your legs, same, 2 in one hand, 1 in the other. You're going to reach to the opposite side and then the opposite side. Okay, so I'm taking off on the same side and putting it on the opposite. Just by having your legs up in the air, you should be feeling it in your belly. Okay. So how are you doing, Shanta? I can't see you. Are you doing on the floor? Yeah, I'm going to go on the sofa as well. So go. First of all, we're doing on the feet. So if you've been to the circus classes, you might have done floor juggling, which is when you get three balls. They're usually balls on the floor, and you do this. And this is floor juggling, and it's the same pattern as you saw me earlier, juggling the rings up in the air, but it's going downwards. So you take one jumps over the top and you take it away, and then the other one jumps over the top and you take it away. So it's exactly, if you imagine they were balls, they'd slightly roll. And it's exactly the same pattern we're doing here, but onto the feet. And then, or we did the knees, and then this one then to get your stomach muscles working. Okay? So this one now, this doesn't always work well, this one. So we're going to try it on your ears. If you've got like particularly sticky out ears, or maybe a bit ears that's a bit bigger than average, then that's going to be really useful. I don't think I have, so I'll just like maybe pull my ears out a bit to hopefully make them a little bit more sticky outy. Okay, so then remember 2 in one, 1 in the other. I'm going to go across and I'm going to put the ring on my ear. Nice, Rhian, you're looking good there. Okay, and then I think to make it work, I have to slightly get my chin to go upwards. So I'm going to lift my chin a bit. And I take, oh, yeah, this didn't work very well yesterday. Okay, there we go. So take off on the same side and put on the opposite side. I don't think it looks that interesting straight on. But maybe if you go more on a diagonal, especially if you colour one side, you've got the 2 different sides. So this is the same pattern. Take off on one side and go to the opposite. Hey, Shanta's doing some floor juggling. Excellent. Okay. Ears. There we go. That's it. One on each ear, take one off, put the other one on. Take one off, put the, yes, good. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next one. And the next one, we're going to try and balance the rings on our shoulders. So, okay, so again, 2 in one hand. So Idris, you watching? Okay, so I'm going to put one on my shoulder, one on the other shoulder. And then to take it off, I'm going to bring my wrist in, almost like when you throw a frisbee. So I'm going to bring my wrist in this way to take it off. Throw, well, not let go of it, but the frisbee, and then pop that one on. So I'm coming inwards to take it off. Okay, so try and balance one on each shoulder. And then the same side grabs it. So I'm coming in as if I'm going to throw that frisbee. I'm going to bring my wrist in to take it off. And put the other one on. That's it, Shanta, that's it. So it's working quite well on you, because you're small, you've got a smaller body than me, it's working quite well. Your shoulder's able to fit through the ring. These are quite small for me. So I'm sort of just doing a balance really between my collarbone, the bone just here, and the top of my arm, instead of it actually being on my shoulder. Okay, great. So is that it? Yeah. Okay. There's one more, which is the elbows. So this is where these don't work for me. They might work for you because your arms are a bit smaller than mine. So you're going to take, again, your 2 and 1. So you're going to put one on here and one on here. Now, the problem, I don't know if you've got a problem, Bryn, but I can't actually reach. I can't reach to get the ring because it's too small. So this is where I'm gonna, if you can kind of try and drop your elbow and catch on the way down and then put it on. But that is tricky. So this is where I'm now going to swap to the bigger rings, because the diameter is the inside is wider, it's bigger. So now I'm able to, now I am able to reach the ring. So I've got one on each elbow. So imagine you're a chicken, you've got your chicken wings. Everyone show me your chicken wings. Yeah, thanks, Gabriella. Well done. I'll say, so we've got one ring on each elbow, on each chicken wing. Okay, and then I can reach this one out. So I take this one off and I pop that one on top. Nice one, Ivan. Okay. How's the elbows working? So, yeah, that's it. So we've got 1, 2, and one in the middle. Okay, so you're going to bring the one up in the middle. Take that one away. So there's nothing on that one, and then this one I can put on there now. So I'm bringing one up the middle. You can take this one away, and then I drop it down. Okay, do you want to try that, Shanta? Not sure if your rings work. So I go up the middle, and I grab this one here, and then I can pop that one down. So the one comes up the middle, just with one hand. Yeah, that's it. And the hand that's not holding, you're going to take it off. Can you reach? Yeah, and then that one that was in the middle, you're going to put on your elbow. So take it off, put it in. Okay, that's the end of the manipulating with the rings. So we're going to do something now, which if you can do this, it could be your next new party trick. When we are allowed to go to parties again, this could be your trick that you can show everyone. Okay, so this is a normal plastic bag. It looks quite similar to the one Gab's got. And you're going to hold the handles. Yeah, so put the handles together. If you haven't got one, then you can do it later. And then the bottom of the bag, you try and find the middle of the bottom and give it a pull like that. So if you imagine this is the bottom of my bag here, I'm going to find the middle. I'm going to go back to holding the handles up, and I'm going to pull that down. So I'm pulling it tall. Yeah, everyone got that? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to let go of the top, but I'm going to keep hold of the bottom, and I'm going to run the bag through. So I'm going to make like this with my hand, and I'm going to run the bag through my hand. So I'm pulling it really, really, really tall. And then the bottom bit now, whenever you balance something, whatever the object is, you must look at the top. Sorry, I'll get rid of that light. Okay, so I'm going to let go. It's going to balance on my finger, and I'm going to look at the top. And that's it. If you didn't have your mute button on, I know I can hear you. You're all going wild at this amazing trick. So it's just a plastic bag. Okay, so you get the bottom of your bag, pull it, You're going to pull the whole bag through your hand until you've got a point at the bottom. And then you're going to put, well, you can put it on your hand if you want. Put the point on your finger. And then when you let go, you have to look at the top, okay? That's the place where you have to look. And then you should be able to let go and balance the bag. Come back into the screen. So the bag is probably going to move around a bit, and that's where, whichever way it leans, if the bag is leaning forwards, you must take your hand forwards with it. If it leans over to that side, you bring your hand under there. So that's why you will be moving like this, depending which way it's falling. But that's why we look at the top, because that's the first place where it loses its balance. So whatever it is that you're balancing, if you do look at the top, that'll show you where it's starting to lose its balance and where it's leaning. And then you can follow it around. So I have got up on my feet now because it's easier for me to move around to follow it. So one more time. Look at the top and then I let go. And there we go. The plastic bag balance. Idris, that's not going to work. Why don't you either take it in turns, yeah, or get 2 plastic bags? Kids, never put a bag over your head, okay? Or never play with plastic bags if your mum and dad's not there. Mum or dad. Okay. Yay, Shanta's going for a balance on the head. So we can do balances on different parts of the body. Before we do that, I'm going to show you another trick. So this is the newspaper trick. And I'm going to need either table or the floor. I'm going to go for the floor. So here, because you can go back to practice the paper bag. So the newspaper is this way. I'm only going to use 1 page, and I want to fold it on a diagonal. You can see I've already folded it. So I'm going to fold from the longest corner to the longest corner. And it ends up looking like that. Has everyone got a plastic, sorry, not a plastic bag, a newspaper? No, okay. You can watch this one then, and then maybe, you know, when we can go out and get these things, we could do it. Okay, yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, Shanta, hold it up. Does that look like this? Okay, so open it up again. Open it up again, you've got a rectangle, okay? And you want to fold it from that corner all the way down to this corner here. So it's got to be a fold like that. From the 2 longest corners. On a diagonal, yeah. That's it, that looks better. Okay, and then fold it down, give it a nice fold like that. So the straight bit is next to me. Yeah, that's looking good there, Gabriella. Okay, so we're going to get this straight bit here and we're going to fold it over again on itself. So we're going to fold it over maybe about 1 inch. So I'm folding it down this way and then flattening it out again. Okay, so the long straight bit, you folded it over again like that. Yeah. And then just to make it even stronger, you're going to fold that, so I'm going to fold this bit down on itself here. Okay, so not all the way over, but just this bit I'm going to fold in half. And what we've created now is a really strong sort of spine. So it's like this. Okay, I'm going to move my camera back up to here so you can see the balance. Okay. So I'll just give you a couple of minutes to see when you're ready. So to be honest, this doesn't always work. Gabriella and Shanta, are you good? You ready? Okay, so I'll show you first. So I'm going to bring it upright, just like my plastic bag. And then the pointy bit, I'm going to put on my finger, but I'm going to let the paper open up a bit, so you've got that spine in the middle. And then I'm going to go for the balance. Okay, so that's the newspaper balance. It's just one single page of a newspaper. And again, you need to look at the top. So this is exactly the same skill that you're doing with the bag as with the paper, just that you've changed the object. Okay. So once you've done your folds, lift it up vertically. That'll go on the end. Look at the top, and then try and balance. So it's probably best if you stand up, Shanta. Okay. Yeah, good. That's really good, Shanta. Well done. Let's have a look, Gabriella. Yeah, it's difficult. Sometimes the paper just kind of just goes all floppy, if that's the case. So don't undo that spine, the bit in the middle, don't undo that bit. And maybe you need to fold it over a bit again, so the bit in the middle is quite strong. But again, you know, that's something you can practice, okay? It's just a little trick. So yeah, we folded it long ways, and then we did 2 extra folds. So we went down an inch. Yeah, we went down an inch and then on itself. So what you're creating is a strong bit in the middle, almost like the spine of a book. And then, yeah, it kind of, the paper opens up, but the spine doesn't really, that stays there. Put it on your finger and then look at the top. Okay, and that's the balance. So we're going to move on. Just before I move on, I'm going to show you different things that I can balance around the house. So maybe you can look at things that you can find this week and try and balance them. And if you found something that you can balance, you can maybe show next week. So I've got a feather duster. So again, I'm going to put it on my hand, and I need to look at the top. That's the first place where it's going to fall. So I put it on my hand, look at the top, and balance. Okay, and you can see it is moving, but my hand is moving with it. And as soon as I look away, it's really difficult to balance. Okay, so then I've got a brush. The bigger, the heavier the object, sorry, that light's in the way. The heavier the object, the easier it is. So again, I'm going to do it on my finger, walk back so you can see. So I look at the top and then I let go. And as long as I keep looking here, move my hand when it needs to, and then you're okay. All right, so there's the brush. So I can balance it on my chin, but I don't have enough room in here. So I've got this little brush. So hopefully doing it on, I don't want anyone to try and balance things on your nose, because if they slip, they can go in your eyes, but you can balance things on your chin. So exactly the same, I'm gonna put it on my chin, look at the top, and then I'm gonna try and get it as straight as I can before I let go. There we go. You can clap if you want. Okay, so there's the broom. I've got Shaggy's umbrella. So again, I'm going to put it on my finger. I'm going to look at the top. There we go, the umbrella. And then I tried this. The smaller it is, the harder it is. So like some people can try and balance, so that looks a good thing to try, Ivan. Some people can balance, if you can balance like a teaspoon on your chin, that is extremely difficult, or try and balance a pencil. I don't think I can do that, but I did manage to just do this wooden spoon earlier, so, which is quite small. What? So yeah, just look at the top. As long as you choose something that isn't going to break. Yeah, that's quite difficult for me. Wooden spoon. What I was going to say, if you are going for something big, then for safety, put your other arm in front of it in case it does fall. So it's on my hand here, but my other hand is here in case. And so if it does fall forward and I can then catch it, okay? So it doesn't just smash into something in your room.